Starting a property portfolio in the UK can seem like a daunting task, but with the right knowledge, strategy and preparation, it's entirely achievable. Whether you're aiming for long-term wealth generation, diversification of your assets, or the dream of financial independence, property remains one of the most reliable and profitable investment routes. So, if you're keen to build your property portfolio, here are 5 essential steps to get you started. Step 1, educate yourself on the basics of property investment. Before you jump into the world of property, it's crucial to educate yourself about the fundamentals. You don't need to be an expert straight away, but understanding the basics will help you make informed decisions. First, get familiar with the key terms like buy-to-let, capital appreciation, yield, and stamp duty. These are the core principles you'll need to understand when making your first investment. You can start by reading books on property investment, listening to podcasts and following experts on social media. There are also property investment courses, both online and in person, that can provide valuable insights into the process. It's important to look into the UK housing market trends too. Are property prices rising or falling? Which regions are thriving? And which ones might offer better rental yields? The more you understand the market, the better you can make decisions. It's also a good idea to research what makes a good investment area. Areas with strong rental demand and potential for growth will help you maximize your returns. The more knowledge you gain, the better your decisions will be. Step 2, assess your finances and secure funding. One of the most important steps when building your property portfolio is ensuring your finances are in order. This involves both understanding your current financial situation and knowing how much you can borrow. Take a good look at your savings and assets. Do you have enough for a deposit? Generally, you'll need at least 25% of the property's value as a deposit for a buy-to-let mortgage, but this can vary. The bigger the deposit, the better the mortgage rates you'll get. You'll also need to decide on how you'll finance your property. The 2 most common routes are buy-to-let mortgages, which are specifically designed for people who want to rent out their property, and bridging loans if you're planning on refurbishing a property to add value. While buy-to-let mortgages tend to offer lower interest rates for a longer term, bridging loans tend to come with higher interest rates but can be helpful for quick property deals and access to lending towards properties where a mortgage may not be appropriate. It's important to speak to a broker who specialises in property. They can help you find the best deals and understand your borrowing power. With the right advice, you can confidently secure the funding needed to make your first investment. Step 3, choose the right location. The location of your property is one of the most important factors to consider. Different areas of the UK offer varying levels of returns on investment, and certain cities and regions have specific advantages that make them ideal for property investment. For example, cities like Manchester, Liverpool and Birmingham have seen rapid growth in recent years, with strong rental yields and increasing demand for housing. On the other hand, areas in the southeast, such as London, tend to have higher property prices, but the return on investment might be lower unless you're looking for capital appreciation. When choosing a location, you need to consider factors like rental demand. Is there a high demand for rental properties in that area? Is the area attracting young professionals, students or families? Proximity to good transport links such as rail stations or motorways can increase demand for properties in the area. Local amenities such as schools, shops, parks and entertainment also play a role in determining how desirable an area is. Researching an area thoroughly can give you the edge in selecting a location that will offer you a solid return on investment, whether through higher rents or long-term value appreciation. Use property websites like Rightmove, Zoopla and local property data to analyse trends in rental prices and property values in different areas. With this insight, you'll be in a much better position to make a smart investment decision. Step 4, start small and build gradually. When starting out, it's wise to begin with a single property and build up over time. Many first-time investors think that they need to be buying multiple properties to start a portfolio, but it's often better to start small, get the hang of the process, and then scale up. Look for a property that you can afford and that fits your strategy. For instance, a 1 or 2 bedroom flat or small terrace house in an area with high rental demand is a good option. This can generate steady rental income, and once you've built up some equity, you can look to expand your portfolio. Consider whether you want to invest in residential property, which is typically more accessible for new investors, or commercial property, which can offer higher returns but comes with more risk. It's important to research both options and decide what aligns best with your financial goals. Starting small doesn't mean that you're limiting your potential. It gives you time to understand the logistics of property management and navigate the learning curve. Once you've gained experience and created equity, you'll be in a much better position to make larger investments and expand your portfolio. Step 5. Manage your property portfolio efficiently. Once you have your first property, the next step is effective property management. A well-managed portfolio will ensure steady rental income and long-term value growth. There are 2 main ways to manage your properties. You can self-manage, taking care of everything from finding tenants and maintaining the property to collecting rent. Or you can hire a letting agent. Managing your properties yourself can save you money, but it's time consuming and can be stressful, particularly if you own multiple properties. A letting agent can take care of the day-to-day responsibilities, including tenant sourcing, rent collection, and property maintenance. While there are fees associated with letting agents, they can free up your time and ensure your properties are properly managed. No matter which option you choose, it's essential to be aware of tenant rights and your legal obligations as a landlord. This includes getting the right insurance, ensuring your properties meet safety regulations, and maintaining your properties to a high standard. Being a compliant landlord is key to protecting your investment and ensuring you keep good tenants long term. Effective property management also means keeping track of your finances for tax purposes. A detailed record of income and expenses will help you stay organised, and consulting a tax advisor will ensure you're claiming allowable expenses and keeping your tax bills low. So to conclude, building a property portfolio in the UK can be an exciting and lucrative venture if approached with care and preparation. By educating yourself, getting your finances sorted, choosing the right location, starting small and managing your properties effectively, you can begin building wealth over time. Property investment is a marathon, not a sprint. So take your time, learn from each experience, and gradually expand your portfolio. It's important to remember that the property market evolves, and successful investors are those who adjust to changing market conditions and continue to educate themselves. Stay patient, be adaptable, and don't hesitate to seek advice when needed. With the right approach, you'll be well on your way to creating a profitable property portfolio. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you being a subscriber, and I'll see you again on the next video.